Alright, we're here. This event is just going to be simply reading some patterns that we saw throughout the day. So, pick a number between 10 and 14.
7.
7? Alright. Wait, what?
Wait, no.
No.
Oof, I saw.
Oh, God.
I thought you said 0 and 14. No. Okay. 13.
Alright. Shut up. You're no more. You're no more talking. No more talking so loud. Alright, so. What are we looking at here? This is what I see.
Wait, why did you ask me to pick a number between 1 and 14?
No, you lose. Alright. So here we saw a little play right here with the candlesticks, and then we saw positive, positive, confirmation, more confirmation, positive, little little pullback.
It's interesting
Positive.
because the MACD only, like, went, only hit the right other line or whatever.
Right,
Like, once it was at peak.
right. So, so then we have this big uptrend, um, which you could have predicted because we were in an uptrend, and we did have a little bit of a fallout. And BMY doesn't really do that, where it once it has this pattern, you won't really see it fall off once you get a bunch of confirmation like this. So then once we get a lot of green in a row, we'll get that red and go down, and then we see a little bit of consolidation right there. But like I said, BMY, right? Um, Once we get a pattern like this, it will rise, and then oh, this is a perfect. Does anyone see this? Bro, does anyone see that?
Yeah, I think maybe.
That is a perfect triangle play right there. Look. Right, right yeah, right there. See that? You see how perfect that lined up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So there's a little pattern. Right. So we saw this is just a basic trend. So once you guys see this, so we we did this a little bit. Move my mic closer. We did this a little bit with what was it? That games or something? Like what was it called? Fearless. It was like crap. I have no idea what it was called. SGMS, right? We did that a little bit with this with a pattern we saw. I'll show that to you guys in a bit, but definitely see. So we're just basic support and resistance, and you see it goes up. Um, then we get a little bit of then we have the resistance, support, resistance, right? And then it breaks out again. It breaks out of this support and then drops to another support, right? So, right. So you could have predicted this easy. Hopefully, I'll put my mouth to action. But then we see more. So basically, just a bunch of triangles, and then finally it broke out, and we saw another pattern. It broke out, and then went back into the pattern a little longer, and then broke out again. So this is funny. Look at this. You see, right here, it does that like same little pattern thing as it does right there. Do you guys see that? How it, like breaks out right here, breaks out right there. Would you call that something, or would that just be a coincidence? I don't know. All right, and then we see then breaks past the resistance again. So after about right here, it loses pattern. So I would have if I saw this broke out right here, then this if there was another green candlestick right here, um, we would have seen a uptrend. And anybody have any thoughts or questions on that? And then just consolidation, and then the Bollinger Bands got tighter, and then we saw explosion all the way up, riding. Sorry. And then we saw explosion all the way riding up to 49. Who the hell's typing? Alright. Um. Wait, no, I didn't. What was it? SGMS. Bro, this coronavirus got me messed up, bro. I don't even know how to type.
SGMS.
Thank you. Yeah, I forgot. Don't judge, just love. Right here. Right here was a huge pattern. You could have made a lot of money on this. And then it broke out, and this actually it was funny. When who was with me? When David and me were in the when we were in this, we actually played at the broke out. So that was pretty dope. So I'll just draw this up. Does anyone see it? Or no? Anyone see that pattern? Yes, maybe.
No.
Alright, dope. So right there. I drew this a little messed up. Alright. So I also sent a picture of this before. I sent a picture of the stock being discussed is SJMS. G. SG. Dude, this coronavirus. Nah, it's just a little bit slow. But we saw a breakout right here.
Alright, yo, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright. So what are we looking at for a watch list? I want to read this down.
We put the watch list already
It's
down.
all in the chat.
So
On
But,
the
chat?
watch list chat. Yeah.
It's not. Some of them aren't. Eric said wouldn't be good to buy, but those are just ones we talked about, or he looked up.
yeah, after we're done with this, I can throw my predictions and whatnot in there, because I am $1 million mentor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So right, I called this out in the chat a little bit earlier, but I think it was more something. Okay, I remember. I wish I had like TOS so I can see.
Yeah.
So I can like go back a little bit before it actually happens. So I called this out. This is basically just a. This is basically, dude. Who the hell is messaging me? Hold on. My bad. Okay. So I called this out in chat, but I did predict it was gonna break the pattern, and I was right. Did I write it up? No, because I wanted to lock in profits. But I did buy some more around this area and rode this up a little bit.
So
And-
SGMS. Okay.
SGMS. Yeah, I'd watch it. It had a little bit of drop off for the day, but nothing major.
So it's at 10.4 right now. So it's gonna go down. What do you think it's gonna start off high or low tomorrow? We could say it started off at a high of 10.86. Nothing was able to get to that, I think.
Aftermarket showing it's gonna go high, so I'd say it's go high. It
Yeah.
would go high.
And right now it's decreasing in. So
Right, but the I cannot draw a freaking pattern. There we go, something like this, and more like this. So for this, pretty straightforward, right? This is just, we're here to learn these patterns, right? So as we see a decreasing triangle pattern, I believe is what it's called, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but believe it's called the decreasing triangle pattern. So so whenever it gets like, this is just super tight right now, and so whenever it crosses this point, it will
Yeah.
boost in either direction, right? So 1 minute chart, 1 day range.
Just news broke out 1,000 deaths of COVID-19, so I don't know how that's gonna affect the market as more deaths pile up.
What do you mean?
More deaths piled up in New York, hit at 1,000
Mm-hmm. Oh.
cases, boosted up. So biotech would be something to look at, and anything medical related, and yeah.
Biotech is just TTD. We already had our stock talk. Right now we're doing the just event for rating patterns. Right here we see also another triangle. If y'all see that, we have a triangle right here. This is called scalping, by the way. This is messed up. But I'm just gonna. So this is called scalping, by the way, because you can short this and then it will bounce right up here. And this is if you let's say you buy like if you buy like at this point, you want to sell here, then buy at the high and then sell. Right. So obviously I can't show you guys the best patterns right now just due to the fact that the market's not open and we aren't seeing anything. Alright, Fearless has a good point that we could potentially watch this for tomorrow. I would put this on the watch list just because it brings up a good point of gaming company. We see all them gamers.
Yeah. Pen's another good one to look at. That's also gaming related.
Right.
It says that SGMS is a gambling and gambling products and services to lottery and gambling.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's
That
gaming.
would. Well,
go
that,
down.
I think that just fits in the zone of being a type of game. So they're just game companies, I guess we can call it. And then if we want to really subdivide it, then we can say gaming, gambling, and whatever onwards. But
Yeah.
these are just all forms of games, basically. Pen, if you want to actually look at gaming, PENN, you can bring that up.
Right, I saw that. 3% growth. Pen you said?
Yeah, PENN. That's
Peen.
actual gaming.
Pen.
Yeah, Peen.
Some highs. I don't know. I wouldn't invest in it. Just my opinion.
It started at 8 2 days ago, and has shot up to $14.56.
Right. So let's see. G. I want to look at G just because right now we're supposed to be reading some patterns, so I feel like G has some good patterns. We just have a feeling. Okay, so it has an uptrend. Hey, this one actually might be a good one to invest in. Because look at this, you have a huge, perfect,
I wonder if FaZe has stock. Have they gone public?
how's it? Alright, you see right here, we have G as, actually we have a pretty dope line right here. So if you guys want to follow this tomorrow, see what the market does. If it breaks this, support and resistance that I'm about to drop right there. If it breaks that support and resistance, could actually, hold on, could see. So we have an increasing triangle right here. Look at that, you guys see that?
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna make a YouTube video on JDST tonight. Like, well,
So we have an increasing triangle at G right here, as we see the it hit its support, and then we are looking at the 5-minute chart. It hit its support, and then I'm about to go up to resistance soon. So um, anybody look at here? I'll send some. I'll send a pattern chart out that I was looking at. I'll try to. Here's a good one. So we saw a lot of rectangles today, and like this one could potentially be one. No, I don't like that. Right here, another rectangle. So when it tries to break out, right here, then we know that we're gonna see a decreasing pattern. Just want everyone to know that. Because every time it tried to break out, we saw a decreasing pattern. You, when you have patterns like that, right, and it tries to break out of the resistance, usually a decreasing pattern, or increasing depending, like right here, not the right one, right here. See how we had decreasing, it tried to it broke through it, and then we had an increasing, and then obviously just lots of red right here, and then more increasing once it tried to break through right here, and then we had it touch this and go back up. So here's another one, right? Here's a big W. Alright, dope. Here's one. Right here. So for these, this is called this is a big W, the thing I posted in chat. So when you have something like this, it will go down, right, and then you see this pattern forming. And so if you're trying to get in, entry point would probably be right here, because this is a breakout, right? So this is an entry point, just because. Does everyone see that? Is that pretty self-explanatory? Or,
Yeah.
like, right? It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, dope. All right. And so, like I said, the entry point would be. Jesus Christ, my throat. The entry point would be right here. So as soon as it would cross that line, you'd enter it and then write it up a little bit. What is that? For a 7% gain, which is not bad. Then we got another triangle right here. Ah. So just another triangle right there. Saw decreasing pattern, a little bit of uptrend, decreasing, uptrend. Wow, look how green that went, bro. Absolutely no red candles in that. Then we saw red, and then green, and then it broke out. So it would be a rectangle, and that would be a pullback. Pretty self-explanatory. Now let's see if we can notice anything. I'll say let's try to find like one more pattern. But yeah, definitely you know, I think here's my opinion. I think for patterns like, and maybe paper trade them, like I think I'm gonna paper trade a lot tomorrow just with the patterns of like because if you know how to read a pattern, like if you know how to read this and you know when to get out and get in, you're gonna make a lot more money than what I did today and kind of just freestyled and lost 2.4 grand. So
Oh yeah, dude, I saw your story. Oh my god.
yeah, bro, goes hard. Here's another
How much is in
pattern.
your portfolio now?
Still a decent amount, just 2,400 less. um. Bro, freestyle was horrible, bro. It was horrible. I don't know what I was doing. Look at this. Okay, so here's one more pattern that we saw. I'll show you after, but one more pattern, just basic like things like this you guys have to take opportunity on because you have to. This is just so attractive because then we see a little breakout. As soon as look, like even if you were to get in right here and sell right here, that would have been this is a very attractive pattern to me because look, you see when we enter, we could have rid this up because look, we had that W. We could have this is just consolidation, right? Consolidation being consolidation, right? We saw at this point where it boosted up all the way. It entered our pattern, right? So now we have a pattern forming. It went here, and so me, safe bet because in the stock market, as an entrepreneur, you have to take risks, but in the stock market, you have to take smart risk, right? So this right here would have been a smart risk, right? Because we see that a pattern has formed a little bit. Maybe even right here is fine. We see that we have a pattern formed because we have our support and we have our resistance, and then as soon as we hit our support, look at what happens. Huge confirmation, and then we have this little uptrend. And so, me personally, I probably wouldn't have gotten in. I would have probably gotten in this green candlestick had this happen, and then sold up here, or try to push my luck and get to the 26. But then consolidation, and this is a 1 minute chart again. Consolidation, and then we have downtrend and uptrend right here. Boom! Look at this, another really good one. BART pattern. All right, I'll do that. But you see that we had a lot of consolidation right here. Went down, went up. Look at that, guys. Look, you have to like look at this. You have to. This is such easy money to be made because look, we have confirmation that this has not broken, so it shoots right back up. And then as soon as it touches that, guess what happens? It goes down, and then boom. As soon as it breaks this, like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this whole chart and tell me if you see one candlestick that has sticking out. None. No candlesticks has went past the support, has broken through the support. But as soon as you see a little candlestick, some people might have held, probably me too, if I bought right here. But you would wait for this candlestick, and then you wait for this one to confirm it. So the second one is always going to be the confirmed. That's how I trade. Everyone trades different, right? So this confirmed that we're going into the red territory. So stop loss, probably would have been like right here is my stop loss. So then we see a descending pattern. But I'm just telling you guys, you have to be able to take opportunities like this. Oh, I see that BART pattern. That's an interesting pattern. Look at this. happened? Where is it? Right here. Okay.
Today's kind of a different
Fuck.
video.
Is this actually a pattern?
Oh, you heard nothing.
The Bart pattern.
Yeah, that's when Panda came back.
Is that actually?
Kind of stupid.
I don't know if that's real.
Bart pattern. Is there any videos on it? Oh yeah, look. It's a crypto pattern. You're right. I don't know. We can check out one more pattern. Anyone have a pattern that they see that like maybe they're not too like confident on how to find one, or how do
should
you find
talk
these?
about
Is is this sarcasm, Fearless? You're making fun of me right now.
I think he is. You know, I think you should kick him out of the Discord.
I never see you. That's right. Any patterns like maybe a pattern they don't ever. Look at the shape of the candles when price. Look at the shape of the candle. What do you mean? So you're talking about like breakouts like we saw right here? A head and shoulders. Oh, so you're talking about like a scalp? Scalp is pretty good for day trading, but I don't think it's liked by that many day traders.
I just don't like it at all.
You know what it is? Nice.
I'm making sure the blur works on mine.
Look up for the indicator. You know, TTM, like scalper alert. No, for indicator. For indicator.
Blur doesn't work.
TTM?
Yeah, it's like a group of.
I don't have it on this.
Can you search them up or no?
What's up, guys? Panda's back with another video. Panda's back again.
Wait, you don't have those on that?
No.
On Weeble doesn't give you them?
No.
Oh, look up on Google TTM scalper.
TTM
interesting.
scalp. Yeah, bro. So yeah, open. Yeah, I was gonna end this up too. Not much is happening, but yeah, I'll end it up. But we can take a look at this and then we can end it. So what are we looking at here? Are we just looking at? You just want to see a scalp, is what you're saying?
No, it's just an indicator that I wanted to show you guys because you were talking about scalping.
Scalp.
Just to like.
I don't know. We can just find a really quick pattern. Let's see. So boom, already found one. We see probably wouldn't have been as lucky on that. Let me try that again. Alright, boom. Here's another pattern. Alright, here's another pattern. Just, as you can see, just a increasing triangle. So like I said, it hit its support and then increase, support, increase. So do you guys know how to find, like, is everyone confident they can go out and at least find one increasing or decreasing?
Yeah.
Everyone's confident. David, you confident? Lily confident? Fearless, you confident?
Kinda.
Radiant, Radiant,
What?
you confident? You confident you can find a
Or wouldn't I be confident?
Yeah.
Zach? You
I'm
confident?
Panda.
True.
You're the one and only. Hey, what's
Yeah.
up, guys? Panda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Panda.
Panda's back at another video, guys.
Wait. So does anyone have any questions? No, we're good.
No.
All right, dope.
Yep.
Just if you guys are new to patterns, right? Just paper trade, right? There's
Yeah.
Don't do it for a year like me, man. Worst time of my
yeah,
life.
maybe not a year. You
Maybe,
know,
maybe like 2 or 3 months.
for sure. All right. I'll get editing these videos, but anyways, good work today, guys.